So this is me after I mix my candy. So pretty much how I start off with my candy. I use my candy mixture. I put my white food coloring in it. When it reaches about 260 to 262 degrees, I add my flavoring. And then once it has reached my hard crack stage, that's when I take it off the fire. I let the bubbles seize, and then I add whatever color I'm going to add to it and mix it. And then once I mix it, I kind of give it a minute to just really like relax. As you can see here, I am pouring my sweet blue ras topping into a bowl. I find that paper bowls are better just because if I ruin it, it's a paper bowl, I can throw it out. But candy doesn't stick to that as much as it does to like plastic or even glass. So I'm starting to dip. I'm going to do my naked candy ones first. These are actually my favorite. I don't like all of the extras. This gives me a very thin coating of candy, and it makes a great crunch and a great bite. So I'm just going to keep dipping those until I get a decent amount. As you can see in the dip, it's all in the wrist. You don't want it to be like, you don't want to shake it to where like your grape falls off, but you want to also create what I call a lip, so that when I lay it down on my wax paper or aluminum foil or whatever you guys use, it kind of just gives just like a little extra at the bottom, a little cushion. Grapes are obviously circular, so they're, for them to balance and sit flat without rolling all over the place, you need the lip. So I'm still dipping here, just dipping. Again, this is the sweet ras combo. Pretty much you can make it a sour ras by just changing the like powdery candy substance. Even if you wanted to make like your candy sour itself, there are ways that you can go about that. That is something that I will teach and offer in my classes when I begin to do them. But yeah, it's all in the wrist. Like, look at that. These turned out really, really great. The color was very consistent, which I was trying a new white food coloring that I actually was just like kind of BSing and bought on Amazon, but it actually ended up being really, really great. And it's better than buying or spending $7 for like the little bottles. I got 2 huge bottles, and I'll show you guys that at a later time, and for a decent price. So it was cool. So here I am with my candy coating, and I'm gonna start dipping. So that rolling technique is really, really good, but I also do another technique which I like better, which is like using my hand to make sure I'm coating the grapes. It just gives my grapes a better aesthetic. The rolling concept is, as you can see, I'm doing it here, but the rolling concept, it doesn't get all over the grape as you would think that it would. So just by just tossing my fingers in a little bit like that, obviously with gloves on, it creates a more covered grape, which then will give us a better, overall taste, crunch, all that good stuff. So I'm doing that. This is kind of like my favorite part. I love making candy, like the candy coating, and playing with different flavors and playing with different textures and playing with different candies. A lot of people have asked me about like the Starburst ones. Oh yeah, that right there, what I just did. So pretty much like the candy was so hot that it kind of started to run off as I was adding the coating to it. So I kind of turned it on the wax, or not the wax, but on the silicone mat to kind of, form it back to the grape. As you can see, it went back pretty easily. Same thing with everything else. So now I'm back to just doing some regular dips. I kind of rotate in between dips just because when I do my candy packaging or my grape packaging, I actually mix them up. So I don't just do, just a plain candy or just a cracked out grape. I actually add in a little bit of all of them. These are my nerds. Obviously, my fucking camera skills suck here. But same concept as rolling them into the Jolly Rancher mix or the Blue Raz Jolly Rancher mix. Dip it in the candy and then roll it in the Jolly Ranchers, and you're going to get a really nicely coated Jolly Rancher. Again, here, I'm working on my recording, guys, but I'm moving back and forth. You see, I just dropped a nerd. I'm going to probably drop a few of those just because nerds, they stick, but then, they stick to each other. And you'll see that I'm placing a few down on the mat. Yep, there's one right there, fully coated. In my opinion, I really freaking hate the nerds covered grapes. Everybody loves them. I just feel like it's way too much between the crunchy grape, the crunchy nerds. But I'm also not a big fan of nerds either. Like, I will put a pack of nerds in my mouth, but like, I'm not crunching on them at all. But as you can see, dip and roll, dropping those down. Honestly, this is very therapeutic to me, and yeah, this is why this is my business. So I love that. Dipping a few more fun stuff, and I'm moving. Like y'all see that I'm getting them. Yeah, that boy look nice, but it couldn't sit right there. Here's me showing y'all like a cracked out, pretty much grape. This was the finishing touch. I had some really pretty ones up in there. Real cute. I even did some drizzles. Y'all hear my kids in the background because they're being crazy. But yeah, look at that beauty. Bam. Oh yeah. Period. And don't play about my drizzle because oh shit, there you go. The drizzle. Yeah. It's all in the wrist. It's all in the wrist. I swear it's all in the wrist. But that's the little lip that I'm talking about. Just so your grape has something to kind of like stand on. Yeah. Get into it. I think I'm about to show y'all this all over again. Bam, drizzle again. I just had to reiterate that. It's very pretty. And so yeah, I put them. I used to use the 16-ounce jars or containers. Now I use the 8 ounces, and these are $10. Charge what the fuck you want to charge, because who gonna stop me? I do a lot of deals, and I also show a lot of love to my customers, so they know like the price is the price, but it's worth it. You get quality items, and you're supporting a good cause. Have a good day.